Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. Website is llewellyn.com. There is a companion book by Barbara Moore, if that's something you're looking for. This version had it anyway. Supportive Oracle Cards, Spellcasting Oracle Cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lizbeth. There is a website for them too. shewhoisart.com, up over here actually. I think it's over here somewhere. So if you want to freeze frame there, if you need to get that information, feel free to do that. I think there's other websites there too if you freeze frame. So what do we have for Gemini? Ooh, you got a spicy one starting right off. What do you what's going on? Oh, you got a lot of major arcana coming in. So, is this a power moment? Like, what are you doing? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You got a lot of major arcana coming in. A lot. Okay. We need to do what we want to do. I keep feeling this. Why are we so conflicted about this? Something like, all right, so the Devil card is coming in with the family card. So, for you, when I'm feeling this come together, I need to make this work out the way I need it to work out, is what I'm feeling first off. And I don't know. Okay, if this works for you, do it. If it doesn't, then don't. There you go. I almost feel like I want to get a piece of paper. And I want to just start writing down the names of people I'm going to have to deal with this situation, whatever it is. It's interesting because I'm not even getting what the situation is yet. But I almost feel like I want to start with a piece of paper, whatever the subject is. I want to start just jotting down all the people I have to deal with this situation that I can think of. I then want to take those people and decide, are they going positive, negative, or neutral? Are they positive, negative, or neutral? Positive, negative, or neutral for what I want. And then I want to even add on to that a little farther. Okay, I mean, you guys are complicated. You know a lot. You got a lot going on. But then, like, positive, negative, neutral, then is it likely they're going to go my way if I do this or not go my way if I do that? Like, what gets them to go my direction? What keeps them from going my direction? I feel like it gets very, very deep and involved, but it has to. It has to. I'm getting like, I need to see this at every angle, and I need to really decide what I want. I'm not so worried about deciding what I want, more as like, how do I deal with people and how do I get them to go where I need them to go, do what I need them to do to get my outcome. Because I feel like you know what you want this time. This time? Because a lot of times there's a lot of information coming your way, and it's like, well, that looks good. Well, maybe this looks good. Do I like this? Do I like that? I don't think that's what we're dealing with. I feel like the subject is like, this is what I want. Now I got to deal with all the pieces. Like, okay, who's going to do this? What's going to go there? How's this going to happen? If I do this, how does that affect that? I feel like you want to write it down. I just feel like, I mean, if you don't want to do it, don't do it, obviously, clearly. But I feel like that might really give you the advantage if I can keep looking back and keep referencing back. I feel like this gives you like a bit of an advantage, kind of like, okay, wait, why did I say this wasn't gonna work? Oh yeah, that's why. Let me write that over here. Okay, that's why I don't think that's gonna work. So, and I'm adding it in. I'm putting the plan together. Opportunity comes in quickly. You're gonna have a moment where you're gonna have. See, the stress comes in with that. Opportunity comes in quickly. It gets really heavy. It gets like I'm getting hiccups from it. You got to be ready for your moment, and you just got to start moving. What you want is possible. Yeah, it's got to... Okay, I know. The Devil card comes in like... I'm getting nervous. Like, it makes me really nervous. And it's funny because it's a reading, obviously. I'm nervous. I'm like, I can get what I want, but not everybody's going to like me if I do this. How much do I want this? For some of you, it seems like it's almost like a job situation. Like, I can get what I want, maybe it's a job somewhere else, but like I have to give like a really short, it's almost kind of like I can do that, but that job starts in 2 weeks and I need 1 week to kind of like take care of some other stuff. So I can only give like a week's notice, maybe only a few days notice. People here might not like that, but this might be what I have to do. It's stuff like that. I can get what I want, but I got to make it about me. People aren't going to like me, but is it worth it to me? We got to be careful. We got to move forward. It's either take it or don't take it. It really feels that way. It's like you can do this. You have the strength to do it. I almost feel like part of you, I mean, and you let me know in the comments, you're doubting you can hold it together long enough to make it happen. You're kind of like, I can start it, but will I finish it? I feel like I have that energy. Like, I don't want to just tick people off and then not get my goal. Why bother doing that? Like, don't get my goal and make people mad for why. But what you want is right there. It's right there. I don't know. You have to decide if it's worth it. I feel like they're giving like that lion on the courage card. Like I feel like they're saying you can do this. This is definitely something you can do. But it's all in your hands. You're going to have to push forward. You're going to have to start and continue. I feel like once you start, just to be fair, it's like a domino effect. It's like I have no choice but to keep going forward. It's kind of like once I piss people off, you might piss people off. Take it with a grain of salt. If it's on, it's on. If it's off, it's off. I don't know what to tell you. But I feel like if for those of you this is going to hit with, you're going to be like, yeah, I know. I feel like that'll motivate you to just keep going. You will get through it. You just got to start the process. With the magician, it's completely in your control. You just keep going. You will get it done. It's something you really want. I keep getting that. But I'm also getting like, they're saying once you make that first jump, it's kind of like jumping off a diving board. Once you jump out into the water, it's kind of like you can't just get halfway to the water and go, never mind. Gravity's going to make you finish it out. Once you're in the water, you can't just be like, I'm over it, and just sink to the bottom and drown. You won't do that either. So it's kind of like now that I'm in the water, like once you get in, like you're gonna keep going. Like it'll keep going to the next step. You know what I mean? You will get through this. It will work. It will go in your favor. There's some fallout here. There's definitely some fallout here. Once you move forward, I feel like I can't. It's again the diving board feel. Like you jump out towards the water, midair. You can't go, I changed my mind. It's just you're in midair now. It's kind of like, here we go. The Hanged Man isn't saying this is going to stagnate. I feel like the Hanged Man is like, once it's started, you're going through to the end. It's kind of like once it's there, like once you're locked in, it's kind of like once you're on that roller coaster and you're like, yep, well, that's your Hanged Man. You can't get out of that car. You're going to go the whole way. You're in for the ride. It's kind of like once I have committed to it, I just don't feel like I have the ability to not do it. I mean, technically, if you're going to use the roller coaster analogy, you could get to the top of that hump and just try to unlock yourself and jump off the side and probably kill yourself. But are you going to do that? You know what I mean? Like, it's not probable. Yeah, once it starts. Once it starts, it's just going to, like, you're on the ride. You're going. I do feel like it's very exciting. You got passion with the world. Once you start the change, it not only does it keep going, but there's a lot happening. It's very exciting. I feel like what they're saying is also this time period where this is all happening flies by really fast because it's like one after the next, after the next, after the next. You do get a lot done. You are very effective. You get everything done you need to get done. It goes forward really fast. Other people don't seem to understand, but, you know, I feel like Gemini tends to be one of the most misunderstood signs of the zodiac. I could be wrong. Let me know what you feel. But people don't always understand what you're doing, but it seems like that's common. A lot of times people are baffled by Gemini. You know what you're doing. If you have other air signs around you, like Libra or Aquarius or another Gemini, you probably could explain it to them and they would understand if you wanted them to. But the majority of them, they're just kind of like, I don't know what that Gemini's doing. I don't get it. So you're going to have a lot of weird looks or like a lot of weird responses, like people going, I don't know why you did that. Like, why did you even bother? You might even try to explain to some people and they're like, that doesn't make any sense. It's like you're talking gibberish to me. Don't over worry about it. Although I feel like Gemini is the most misunderstood sign. I really do. I feel like you're used to it. They're just saying don't worry about it. Just keep going. Because what they don't know is you have more opportunities coming forward. This is like a long-term thing for you. And it's like you will get the success, but part of Gemini's energy, I know that this sometimes is a hang-up for Gemini. You start talking and you let things slip that you didn't mean to let slip. But Gemini is very good if you want to. And I hope, all right, this is what I get from it. If you want to confuse somebody and make them think you talked about, like you could confuse somebody if you want to. If you decide you want to, you can do that. So, and you might need to use that to your advantage. That's what's coming through. If you want to confuse somebody, usually you can, unless you're dealing with another air sign. I don't know, maybe some air signs, I don't know. Unless you're dealing with especially an Aquarius, careful. Just careful, because they'll get you. You know that. You get along with Aquarius. Typically, Gemini gets along very well with Aquarius, but don't push your luck. I don't know. I'm just getting for somebody, like if you know an Aquarius, especially if you know an Aquarius and you accidentally let something slip, don't play that game with them. If you didn't know already, I'm telling you now, just do yourself a favor, don't do that. Other signs, well, maybe Libra would probably figure you out, but then kind of probably be more amused than anything else. I don't know. Libra seems to have a very interesting view of it. Kind of like, oh, you're gonna outsmart me? Sure you are. Okay. Libra just seems to be that one. They'll just kind of roll with it and be like, they'll just keep you talking. Libra would probably figure you out too, but I feel like that's more smooth going. I don't know, for somebody I'm getting like, don't mess with the Aquarius. Just don't do it. Do yourself a favor. The other signs, though, probably they'll just kind of like roll their eyes at you and walk on. So, in case that matters for somebody, I don't know. It's kind of interesting we went there because you got more stuff coming in. You have other people who are going to align with you later. When you make this change, you have new allies coming in later. I'm getting with the Queen of Wands and the Compassion. Other people seem to be very, connected to you. I know I'm getting a lot of fire energy, but I'm not really feeling like a fire connection. That's weird. I just feel like people have a lot to do and they come in really randomly. You have random support coming in. It may be kind of like flitting here in and out, in and out, in and out, but it's fine. I don't see you having a problem with it. They're just giving you a heads up about that. So if you're kind of like worried, like, yeah, I'm going to tick off some people, but some of these people are very important to my life. I don't know if I can do this without them. Take it with a grain of salt, but I'm getting other people will fold in later as necessary. There's a lot coming in with this. So I think if I just want to recap this real quick, just to make sure I'm on point with it. There's something you want. What you want, you seem to know. To get it, you need to tick some people off. You might want to you might want to just write down all those names of people you think you're going to have to deal with and just try to preemptively kind of guess where you think that's going to go. They're also saying if you decide to go for it and get what you want, the opportunity will show up very quickly. Move on it when it happens. If you want it, you have to move quickly. Once you've jumped off the diving board, once you've moved forward, it's not going to stop. You're going to keep going. You will get your success. And then I do get something about, for somebody especially, don't mess with the Aquarius. Just don't mess with the Aquarius. Just be careful. Even though Aquarius is very compatible with Gemini, if you make an Aquarius mad, it's just not good. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Because they are air sign too. They're leader air. They're just like, I'm just giving you a heads up. As long as you navigate that well, because this is like, I feel like this is an energy that might be coming in. I feel like that's why they're making such a big point. This might be one of the random people who like you, who come in and add into your new situation. Because I feel like if you make the enemy just be careful. Just be careful who you're dealing with. Try to you don't have to be like, what sign are you? It doesn't have to be like that. But if they're very smart, if they seem a little bit, another Aquarius trait is they'll say things off color just to see what other people think. If they're a little sarcastic even, I wouldn't say all Aquarians are sarcastic, but if they seem a little bit, like, just, pay attention, especially if they're smart and they seem a little bit of a wise guy, a wise person, wise woman. They're just wisecracker. Just be mindful. If you navigate that well, you should be fine. Okay, that was the recap. I think we're good. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And thank you for watching.